Hey guys, welcome to Bookish Islander and Tag Tuesday. My name is Juan, and today I'm gonna do the Dilemmas of a Book Nerd tag. This tag was originally created by Lindsay at Lindsay's Little Library, but it was actually tagged by Veronica from V's Reads and Rumbles. As usual, I'm gonna link to both those videos in the description box. Here's prompt number 1, storage. How do you store and organize your books? Okay, I store my books, or I place my books on a couple of bookshelves that I have here in my apartment, like the one that you're seeing behind me. I don't have that many physical books because before I moved back from England, I had to get rid of most of my collection. Fortunately, most of my books were just cheap paperbacks, but that has also meant that I haven't bothered to replace them. I'd like to build up a book collection again, but I'm taking my time with it. I'm being very careful and taking a curatory approach to my book collecting now. Having so few books, I just organize them alphabetically by author, and if my collection grows to the level that it was in England, I think I will probably organize them by languages as well. Prompt number 2, tracking. How do you keep track of what books you read and what books you own? I use Goodreads. 3, borrow. Do you lend your books out? I really don't, not very often, but I do love gifting books. I love giving away books. I give away books all the time to the people closest to me. 4, buying. How do you buy or acquire books? Okay, so if they're physical books, I buy them from the book depository. If they're ebooks, I get them wherever I can find them. The different online stores that are very well known. I'm not gonna mention any names, but you know which ones I mean, I'm sure. And then for books in Spanish, I just go to local independent bookstores here in Tenerife. Prompt number 5, how do you respond to, how do you read so much, and other similar comments? Well, I never take that as an insult, but as a compliment, actually. That's how I respond to those kinds of comments. But if you want to know how I read as much as I do, there's really no secret. I read every day, and I can read 2-3 hours at a time. Next question, next book. How do you choose your next book? Well, I compile different lists of books on spreadsheets and also on a notebook. Which books go onto those lists? Well, books that I like the sound of, books in languages that I can read in, that I'm interested in exploring their literary traditions, classics that I haven't read, books by specific authors. Let's say if I read an author that is new to me and I really like her work, then I'm likely to then seek out other books by her. So yeah, when it comes to choosing my next book, I usually just look at my list and pick a book from one of them. Sometimes, however, I'm a lot more impulsive than that, and after listening to a podcast, watching a video here on BookTube, or reading a book review. And also, I do have reading projects. Right now I'm doing a Booker Prize Through the Decades project. So I'm beginning with the current decade. I'm reading the Finkler question right now, which won the Booker Prize back in 2010. And then I'll read all the other winners until I get to this year's winner in October. And by the way, if you want to take part in that project and read along with me, read any of the books or all of the books, check out my Friday reads for more information. Next prompt, travel. How do you pick which book to bring on vacation with you? Don't read on vacation. I don't take books with me, mostly because of that, but also because I love to visit local bookstores. That depends on the kind of vacation, but if I go to a mid-size or a large city, then for sure I'll go to as many bookstores as I can, and I'll buy books. So I want to have enough room in my luggage so I can bring those books back. That's also why I don't take any books with me. The reason why I don't read while I'm on vacation is because I'm usually too excited to be away from home, so I can't concentrate on reading. Next prompt, annotate. Do you write in or mark up your books in any way? Nope. New or backlist? Which do you prefer? Well, I prefer backlist usually, but I like to strike a balance between old and new. That is quite challenging. That is probably more challenging than you realize, because there are so many books already out there that I want to read that were published 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 100 years ago, that it's hard for me to fit in new releases. Yes, I'm also wary of the hype as well, but I struggle with that because I don't want to miss out on any good or great new books. You know, I also want to know what's happening. So yeah, my goal is to strike a balance between backlist and new releases. But I'll probably veer more toward the backlist. Final prompt is sequels. Do you read books as they are released, or do you wait for an entire series to be released? That's an easy question for me to answer because I don't really read series. I don't have anything against series, I don't think, but looking back, I really don't read series. If I read a series, I don't think I would mind waiting, so I'll probably read them as they're released. If they're a current series, if they're a backlist, I'll probably then read them all. But I don't know, this is only hypothetical because I don't really read series. Anyway, that's the tag, and because this tag has been out for quite a while, for at least a couple of months, I don't know who to tag here. But if you're watching this video and if you want to do the tag, consider yourself tagged. Also, if you don't have a channel and want to answer all of these questions or any of them, just also please do so in the comment section down below. Thanks for watching. I hope to see you again very soon. Bye bye.